girl, she's literally glowing. I mean, look at her hands. Look at her hair. She is literally glowing. Why would you deny her? Wait a second. What if she really is not there? She's glowing, right? I mean, if she's glowing, could she be a? It's not. No, she's not a human. That's what it is. She's a goddess. She's a goddess maid that just came here specifically to guide you the right direction in this world, Ryou, man. Oh, the space bus is the way. She's an angel, man.
"手を止めてはいけない。何度も自分に言い聞かせる。手を止めてしまえば、いやおうなしに心が過去に飛んでしまうから。思い出は優しく、愛しく、美しくて、切ない。一度そこに浸ってしまえば、戻ってこられなくなるかもしれない。だから、ひたすらに手を動かし続ける。何も考えず、地面にぽっかりと開いた穴を広げていく。何も考えずに。でも、無理だった。心が飛ぶ。胸をよぎったのは何でもない、ただの一日のこと。あの時彼女は
Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. This is CanHD here, and welcome to a brand new playthrough of Eden plus Mosaic. I hope that's how you say it. This is not the first time that I'm going to be playing this game. 3 years ago, I tried to play this game, and I was thoroughly enjoying it. Like, I really enjoyed this game. It was really fun. The characters were nice. I loved Elika-sama and everything like that. I still remember her name. That's how much of an impression that character made to me. A lot of you guys might not know what I'm really talking about, but long story short, during that time when I was playing this game before, I was playing another visual novel called Shiny Days. And I had stopped playing that, or I stopped playing Eden because compared to Shiny Days, Eden wasn't getting any views on YouTube. And so I stopped playing the game. And also back then I didn't really like reading as much. But for those of you guys that might be new to this channel, I have just completed, very recently too, I just completed a session of You and Me and Her. And God, did that game changed me so much. If you know what I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And after completing You and Me and Her, I felt like I was ready to go back into playing visual novels and really get into it and see, you know, what visual novels have to offer. But before that, I should give Eden the chance that it deserves, because Eden's a good visual novel, a fantastic visual novel. It's by the same creators of De La Fruit of Grisai. I think that's how you say it, De La Fruit of Grisai. If not, I'm just gonna post something up on the screen so that you know exactly what I'm talking about. I believe the company is Frontier Wing, I think? Frontier Wing? Frontier Wing? And it's an old story. Grisai is a very, it's pretty much a classic now if I think about it. But back in the day, it was definitely, a lot of people definitely talked about it, and it was really good. Eden is by the same creator, and Eden came before Grisai. So in a sense, this is like a spiritual prequel to that story. Very similar. And you'll see why when we continue. Otherwise, if this is your first time seeing me, I'm KNHD, and I like to play visual novels.
Dude!
I also like to play uncensored visual novels.
Fuck!
Also, I live stream it on twitch.tv for some odd reason. So, I know that this one was a little bit blunt and I didn't really put out a notification, but normally when I do visual novel streams, I put a notification on the channel letting everyone know that I'm currently doing a live streaming of a visual novel, and if you want to be a part of the experience, come right in and tune in. The chat room stops. You'll see above me that there will be people talking in the chat, and I'll be talking and back and forth, and we'll be giving ourselves our little insights and yada yada yada. So that's that's enough of the introduction. I said what I need to say. Let's give this game another chance, shall we? So let's go. She stood in the wind. She walked silently across the light green carpet and ascended that gentle incline. Her long hair fluttered in the wind, which carried a touch of humidity. I walked behind her, close enough that her hair might have touched my hand had I reached out. I was careful not to disturb her while she basked in the sunlight. The fragrance of the grass and the song of the trees swaying in the breeze wafted all around us. Suddenly, a clear, high-pitched sound like a whistle echoed nearby. Sion halted and looked up at the sky. In the distance, a white bird danced about in the deep blue sky. It circled repeatedly as though searching for something. Little by little, it flew higher until its figure disappeared in the distance. She dashed. Her steps were light, as though she wouldn't allow herself to feel the weight of her own body, just like that bird. I hurried after her.
待って。
シオン。
She must not have heard me. Once she began to run, she would not relent. She was chasing that bird, now no more than a dot in the sky, as far as she could. However, cruelly enough, the path ended. What a nice view. She stood exhausted at the peak of the hill, the sight of a hazy mountain ridge with a lake stretching below. It simmered in the distance. Is that a run-on? You know, I'm not gonna say anything. We'll just keep going. Sounds truly like heaven. Yeah. This is a very sad story, if I remember correctly. I won't say anything for anyone that's new to this game, but this is a sad story if I recall. The bird was nowhere to be seen. Sion was panting, but continued to gaze at the
あ
sky.
の鳥はどこへ向かったのかな。
さあ。
I shook my head gently.
案外どこでもないのかもしれないな。
Oh no, the feels are coming back. Oh, the feels are coming back.
空が続く限りどこまでも。
She tilted her head as a faint smile crept onto her face. The girl in her one-piece dress smiled amidst the endless green expanse. I felt like I had detached from reality, like I had wandered into a fairy tale.
そうだといいな。
Her eyes looked once more to the sky.
今日はまたひときわ強く輝いてる。
The sun, the sky, the clouds, and an anonymously red, solitary star shone in the sky she stared so intently to. As long as the star was in the sky, this fairy tale would not have a happy ending. The star, which glimmered even midday, was a symbol of destruction that would arrive in the not so distant future.
だけどまだ時間はある。世界はまだ終わらない。そうだろ？
うん。
It seemed to me as if she paused a moment before nodding. Sion undoubtedly understood much more about this world than I did. She likely knew many things she did not need to know as well.
なあ、シオン。世界って本当に終わるんだろうか？
うん、終わる。
This time she nodded without a moment of
だ
hesitation.
けど終わりがあるから今を生きるのが楽しい。それを教えてくれたのがここのクラスとあなたね、りょう。
I stopped breathing for an instant. Her smile was beautiful. That expression, those words, I couldn't sense an ounce of regret or
俺
doubt.
はそんなこと言ったか？
I wonder if this character's Aoi. Wink wink. I managed to calm my heart and say it as bluntly as possible.
りょうが忘れても私が忘れない。絶対に忘れない。
Her gaze rose to the sky
もう
again.
少し
She looked like a saint offering a prayer to the heavens.
もう少しだけ私はこの空と雲の下にいたい。
She gazed longingly into the endless distance. Such a simple wish. I'll grant it. That was my purpose, after all.
りょう、
なんだ？
私はここにいたい。あなたと一緒に。
How sweet. We returned to the field at the end of our post-lunch walk. The temperatures rose just a little, so I told Sion she should go back to the house, but sorry. That beat kind of threw me off for a second
一
there.
人で戻ってもやることなんてない。
This is a nice BGM.
お客さん扱いしないで。私だって少しは役に立つの。
As she put it that way, I couldn't stop her. Speaking of which, she had been picking the auxiliary buds from the tomatoes for a while now. I didn't think it was a job that required such concentration. I stopped digging in the potato field at the sound of her tiny shriek.
シオン、どうかしたのか？
I stood up and rushed to her side. I stared at her silently.
でもやっぱり何度見てもとてもグロ
Think
テ
you're
スク。
somewhere else. She was sheltered to such an extent that she had almost never came into contact with them before. It wasn't just earthworms. She had only ever seen insects in encyclopedias.
そろそろ慣れてもいいんじゃないか？畑仕事始めてもう2ヶ月にもなるぞ。
うん。
She was a little disheartened. Perhaps I had teased her too much.
ああ、シオン。
はい。
そのミミズ、
Oh,
捕ま
okay,
え
okay,
てビニー
okay,
ル
okay. I
袋
thought
に
that
でも
too.
入れて
I
おいて
thought
くれ。
that too. I thought that
ついで
too.
に他
I
にもいな
forgot
い
how
か
long
探
this
してみ
is
て。
gonna last. I did forget how long the scene
ミ
lasts.
ミズを 食べるの？
食べるわけないだろう。夕方になったら釣りに行くから餌にするんだよ。
It's kind of nice that the main character has a voice
こ
though.
んな生き物を？
She seemed to be experiencing some culture shock. I never got tired of watching her. The previous dignified Sion was fine, but I couldn't help but be amused by the way she gushed over everything she saw like a child.
じゃあ頑張って集めてみる。
Her voice kind of doesn't match her appearance, if you ask me.
あ、
But then
大いに
again,
頑張ってくれ。
I might get used to it.
あ、
She gazed at where the tomatoes were
じゃ
planted.
がいも葉がだいぶ広がってる。
ああ、もう少しで収穫できそうだな。土の下をちょっと見てみたが、割といい感じに。
Wait just a second.
今気づいたけど、まだ種芋植えてから30日くらいしか経ってないぞ。なんでこんなに成長してるんだ。
それは遺伝子改造された品種だから。
遺伝子改造？
移民船での栽培用に改良された品種。船にはスペースもエネルギーも限られてるから、促成可能でわずかな養分でも成長する種が作られたの。
それがこのジャガイモなのか。
She gave a small nod.
短期間で収穫可能で、極論すれば砂漠やシベリアでも育つような強い種なの。
Man, I bet Aoi would love those tomatoes.
シオン、なんでそんなに詳しいんだ。
Alright, I'll stop mentioning Aoi.
遺伝子を調整したのは私だもの。他にも
So, I gotta say
ナスや
though,
トマト、
kind of strange
キュ
how
ウリ、大
after I
根、
finish you and
人
me and
参、セ
her,
ロリ。
the next visual novel, we're talking about tomatoes already.
セロリは嫌いだから調整したくなかったけど、むしろ根絶やしにさせてやりたいくらい。
If I wasn't mistaken, she was a mechanical engineer. Why was she working on those sort of things? I thought she'd be virtually helpless when it came to field work and agriculture. But clearly, I was mistaken.
で、ミミズを集めてみるけど。
She peered into my eyes.
餌を集めるだけじゃ面白くないから。だから、私にも釣りを教えて。
あ、いいよ。
What a sweet scene.
ありがとう、りょう。
Alright, now is the flashback over? Or nope. Evening came and we returned to our cottage. Of course, we had to eat after all that manual labor, but there was something else we had to do first. We left today's harvest in the kitchen, and I went into the living room with Sion.
それじゃあシオン、始めるよ。
うん。
She nodded obediently and took her seat. I examined the lining of her eyes and hue of the inside of her mouth and confirmed nothing was particularly out of the ordinary. I took her pulse and blood pressure and then her temperature. Nothing seemed peculiar. I can say this word. What the fuck? I say this word all the time. Peculiar. What the? Lear. Peculiar. Here. There we go. What the heck happened? What happened? Sorry.
何か自分でおかしいと思うところはないか。
That was weird.
それ朝も聞いた。
Her voice is like in my ears. Kind of sounds like ASMR over here.
朝は朝、今は今だ。で、
大丈夫。何かあったら隠さずに言うから。
シオンも無理しそうだからな。いまいち信用しきれないんだよ。
私は何も包み隠さないつもりなのに、心外。なんなら、触診でもする？聴診器を当ててみるのもいいかも。
I don't know what a stethoscope is, but I think I have an idea. Having said that, she suddenly reached for her shoulder of her dress.
ちょっと待った。
Oh, ちょっと待った。Hold on a second there, girl.
あなたに信用しても
We're
ら
not
う。
even 10 minutes into the
徹
game.
底的にやれば、量も納得する。
A thorough examination, girl.
待った。わかったから。俺の負けだ。
You gave in too soon.
負け？
Oh, she cute. Oh, she cute. Oh, she cute. Her eyes are big as fuck, but she cute. She removed her hand from her shoulder and tilted her head curiously. Good grief. This was why I couldn't deal with airheads.
でも、
Her expression stiffened.
本当に、りょうがどうしても気になるなら、どんな検査でも受けるから。
Okay, let me stop with that horny energy for a second now. Let's play the game and take it seriously now. I could see a tinge of red in her face. Oh wait, she was being serious! Of course, it probably wasn't because of her poor health. Just how much of it was because she was naive and how much was intentional. What?
まあそういう遠慮をして
Wait,
るわけじゃない
I
し
was
な
fucking around! Don't play with me with that.
そういう？
いや俺も軍でごく初歩的な医療技術を聞きかじっただけだからさ。
In reality, I wasn't capable of making a genuine diagnosis. But the best I could do was follow Elika's notes and perform a layman's inspection.
とりあえず異常はなさそうだからよしとしよう。晩飯にしようか。
Ah man, I can't wait to see Elika again. She nodded with a smile, her cheeks still a faint blush. Okay. Alright. Thinly sliced ham and lettuce between bread, vegetable soup, and a lightly seasoned foil roasted salmon. Tonight's dinner was modest, but Sion enjoyed it all the same. She was smiling from the start to finish.
おいしかった。やっぱりりょうは料理がお上手。
そりゃどうも。
It was a little embarrassing to be praised by someone sitting right in front of me. I placed some after-dinner tea before her. I set down my share and sat on the other side of the table.
ふう。
Shion's tongue was a little sensitive, so she blew on her steaming drink to cool it down. I could have just brewed it cooler to begin with, but it was amusing to watch her do this. It was a guilty pleasure of mine.
何を見てるの？
Dang, she really is kind of cute.
いやなんでもないよ。
That be the visual novel protags, man. Although Sion looked suspicious, her attention quickly returned to her cup.
今日も楽しかった。本当にこんな時間が過ごせるだなんて。
Our days were uneventful. We mostly spent our time working from dawn to dusk in order to keep food on the table. But she considered such a mundane, everyday life fun. I couldn't help but feel a little sad.
では、私は先にお風呂に入らせてもらってもいい？
ああ俺は後片付けをしてるから。
じゃあ。
She was about to stand, but suddenly stopped.
りょう、
どうかしたのか？
たまには一緒に入らない？
I literally dropped my cup!
あのな一体何を言ってるんだよ。
私、やっぱり一人で入浴するのが慣れなくて。
Darn the fuck! She certainly wasn't your ordinary shut!
いいからさっさと入ってきな。
でも、背中や髪を一人で洗うのが大変で。
一人で洗えるように努力してくれ。
Damn.
りょうは冷凍。
Nah, he's not cold, he's just gay. Don't worry about it, Sion. You'll have your time soon enough. Wink, wink. She left the living room sounding disappointed. What a troublesome girl. But for the two of us to live together like this, and for me to be willing to wait on her, was this sort of thing inevitable? Inevitable? What about my own feelings? How did I feel about her? When she says or does such provocative things so innocently, I feel like the cage around my heart is falling apart. Although this probably wasn't a bad thing. Not in the slightest. I mean, it's not like the world's about to end or anything like that. Not like the world's gonna end. So like, what matters? From the sound of her breathing, I was certain she had fallen asleep. I stood from the chair beside her and dimmed the lights. I considered leaving the room, but decided to return to my seat instead. Her breathing was normal, not particularly erratic. She was fine. I was just worrying too much. Her hand had slipped out from under the comforter. I gently took her hand to put it back under the covers, but suddenly, she squeezed back. It wasn't a particularly strong grip, but it was enough that I couldn't let go. Her petty hand, white as snow, I silently squeezed back. Her hand was a little cold, but I could certainly feel her warmth. Holy shit. Y'all don't understand, okay? I'm sorry. I'm just getting memories. Memories of you and me and her again. I'm gonna say that a lot. Oh no, I'm gonna say that a lot, am I? This reminds me of the scene when Aloy was in bed. Yeah, I'm really glad I played that game. Really am. She was right when every other visual novel I play after this was gonna be filled with much more depth. She was fucking right. Yeah. She was right. Did y'all hear that? I was hearing some gun, I'm sure those are fireworks. Oh, I don't think those are fireworks. That did not sound like no fireworks. Her mouth was moving ever so slightly. Now back to peaceful Sion. Like, she was repeating the same words over and over. It's like a block down. I think I'll be fine. It sounds like it was like a couple blocks down. What was she whispering? As I began to lean in, I suddenly stopped. Even in the darkness, I could clearly see it. A trickle of tears streamed from her closed eyes. What could be so sad? Could they be tears shed for someone she once knew? How much sadness is she carrying in her dreams in her heart? I slowly released her hand. Unable even to wipe her tears away, I turned my back to her. I can't face these sorrows with you just yet, because I'm still unable to deal with my own. I still remember the soft sensation of her hand from that time. There was no way I could forget. I was incapable of forgetting all of the time I spent with her. Oh, this is a flashback. Oh no.
汚れちまったな。
Oh no. That was all a flashback. I stared closely at my hands. They were covered in mud. The skin was cracking underneath, and spots of blood were oozing onto the surface. I would have been fine had I worn some gloves, but I never once considered it. No, I knew I would be digging such a big hole, so using a shovel would have been the obvious choice.
何をやってるんだ俺。
What in the world was I doing? I felt like I'd been asking myself that my entire life, except for the time I spent with her. The cold wind felt wonderful on my raw, stinging hands. Shall I return to the past once more? I'll remember everything from the beginning to the end so that I can move these hands again. Did I make any mistakes leading up to this day, this very spot? Nah. No regrets. Life is a staircase. You can only keep climbing. And if you overthink it, you'll only have trouble taking the next step. Yesterday leads to today, and today leads to tomorrow. One step at a time. Was there nothing I could have said? Nah, no regrets, man. Was there anything I should not have said? What was it that I did for you? Let me remember. One thing at a time. That is gonna be sad. I slowly closed my eyes. And thus, our story begins. A very sad story. I'm pretty sure it's a sad story. I don't know, I haven't finished it. But we're going to today. Well, not today. We're going to now. There were many people on the planet.
楽な仕事であることは保証するよ。
The girl sitting across from me said that cheerfully as she crossed her long legs from underneath her miniskirt. Her name was Lavinia F. Asai. She was a warrant officer like myself, and we seemed to be the same age. Perhaps that was why she was acting quite friendly with me despite us having just met.
軍機にはうるさくないし、勤務時間外は多少ハメを外しても咎められることもない。
She had an army brat feel to her, and her personality was refreshing.
士官の数も少ないから順位って言えばちょっとした身分だよ。って聞いてる？春菜順位。
聞いてるよ浅井順位。
さっきも言ったでしょ、ラビーでいいってば。あんまり名字好きじゃないんだよね私。だからラビ順位って呼んで。
名前に階級をつけるのはおかしくないか？
なんなら呼び捨てにしてくれても全然構わないよ。私が上官になるまでは。
She gave me a teasing smile. Oh, that smug. I see that smug.
でもさ、春菜順位、ほんとさっきから上の空じゃない？もしかして今回の任務は気に入らないの？
This female soldier and I were the only ones present in a transport helicopter which could carry 11 troops. Her shrill voice was harsh on my ears, perhaps due to how empty it was.
ま、特殊部隊出身の順位には施設警備なんて物足りない仕事だろうけど。
別に物足りないってことはないさ。
According to others, I usually looked quite stoic, and always seemed displeased. Well, it wasn't a big deal for a soldier to be unsociable.
仕事なんだから襟好みなんかしない。命令ならどこへでも行くし、何でもやるのが当然だ。
結構謙虚なのね。
エリート部隊の隊員なんてみんな傲慢なタイプかと思ってた。
特殊部隊って言っても別にエリートってわけじゃない。ちょっと他の部隊とは仕事の種類が違っただけだ。それにもう部隊がなくなったんだ。俺だって君と何も変わらない。
そんなもんかな。
ああ。
It's been 3 months since the unified government had declared the war to be over. My unit was dissolved amidst the rapid disassembly and reorganization of land forces. Many of my former comrades transferred to new units and had gone into space. Several had been discharged and returned to their normal lives, and some transferred to the police force. It was excitingly rare for someone to be transferred to another terrestrial unit like me.
見えてきた。ほら、あれよ。
She spoke remarkably loudly, and I looked towards the window behind me. I turned to look, lured by her voice. Yo, buddy, are you looking, or are you looking somewhere else, my dude? As soon as I turned around, a tiny island floating alone on the light blue ocean entered my view. There was a rather solemn-looking building standing on an island, concealed by a sheer rock face, like some sort of mistake in the design.
そう、春名獣医の新たな認知。第703研究所よ。
As we nonchalantly passed through the splendid doors to the building, I halted and set down my bags beside me.
確か研究所の警備部隊に配属されると聞いてきたんだけどな。
そう、だからここが春名獣医の新たな勤務地。
Now, this is
第
some
703
ASMR.
研究所よ。
This is some ASMR right here. Oh my god. She repeated those words I had heard only a moment ago. What a lovely room. You really got an idea of how big this place is. I took a better look around the entry hall.
なかなかいい趣味だな。
研究所ってイメージじゃないことは確かね。
Normally, when I think research facility, I think drab concrete exterior with nothing but off-white linoleum corridors inside, as far as the eye can see. But that would have been presumptuous, as this place certainly didn't look anything like what I imagined a research facility would be.
ま、そのあたりについてはそのうちわかるよ。まずは我らが隊長のところへ案内す。ダビーちゃん。
Ah, it's here.
エリコさん？
Alika! Alika-sama! It's so good to see you again! Oh, she's literally glowing, man! Look at her! Look at her damn hair, man! Oh my god! Dude, oh, the mole under her left eye. Oh, the blinking. Oh my god, she's so cute. She's amazing. Oh, she is everything I ever wanted in a maid girl in one package, man. Oh, there she is. The maid girl herself.
どうしたの？ストーキーの声出して。
She's here. Oh, she's here.
それ
Oh, she's here.
サロンでカレー
Oh,
して
she's
松
here.
永
We
君の
go.
組合よ。
Oh,
え
it's been 3 years, man. Ah, let me have this moment.
え
Let me have this moment. Oh my god.
いいんじゃない？カリウス軍曹も
I'm
松
sipping
永
so
部
hard
長も
right now, but I
若
don't
いし
care, man.
青春の血潮がたぎることだってあるよ。
Ah, it's so good to fucking see her again.
でも 仲裁しようとして何人も怪我してるんです。
I don't even know what they're talking about.
ちょうどいい訓練になるよ。喧嘩の一つも止められない連中は体がなまってるんでしょ。
でも
Maid Sama Elika.
まだ何かあんの？
Actually glowing. Look at her hair, man. I can't even tell if her hair is white or blue. It's like a nice little light blue, but that angelic heavenly glow over her head just makes her shine with this vibrant energy. I just can't help it but just feel happy looking at her, man. There's just something about this girl. Her
ラ
energy.
ビーちゃんの所有権をかけての決闘らしいんですけど。
There's just something about her energy that I just don't know.
所
Oh,
有
let's
権？
go!
しかも勝った方がラビーちゃん専用押し倒し権をゲットできるとかなんとか。
Oh my god, look at the details on her, man! Oh.
どこで誰が発行してんのよ、その剣は！
What are they talking about?
ね、
Dude,
行きますか？
she's
放っ
just,
ておきますか？
she's just showing off. Her theme played and everything, man. The main character doesn't even know what the fuck's happening right now, but hey, your boy Cannon knows everything right now.
もういないですね。早い早い。
Dude, if she was RRM, dude, I would have been it. That would have been it. I would have ascended. Warrant officer lobby disappeared like the wind before this Elika girl. This Elika girl! Don't you dare call her this Elika girl! This is the goddess herself! Elika-sama! An actual beauty! A princess from another world! She does not deserve anything that brings negativity and cruelty. This Elika girl, you don't understand.
困ったもんですね。
You don't
ラビー
understand!
ちゃんは美人
You
だから仕
don't
方ないですよ
understand her beauty! You will never! No one understands Elka's beauty as much as I do.
ね、あなたもそう思いません？
Oh, I
ダービ
think
ー順
so.
位の見てくれがそこそこいいのは否定しないが、
あれ？
She tilted her head
と
slightly.
ころでどちら様ですか？
今日ここに赴任してきたものなんだが、
Man, even if she was evil, I'd still love her. I'd still love her. I'd still go on her side, even if she was evil. I don't give a shit. I'm a team Elika all the way till death do us part.
聞いてます。目つきの悪い、いかにも悪賢そうな少年が来るって。
Play that enchanting theme. Ah. Yeah, I'm getting memories, man.
俺の目つきのことはともかく、案内役がいなくなってどうするんだ。
どうするんでしょうね。
What shall you do indeed, buddy?
というか、こちらからも質問があるんだが、いいか。
はい、なんでしょう。
君は、なんだ？
メイドです。
The best maid you'll ever fucking meet, boy. She beats Rem by a whole nother level. You guys don't understand. Elika is the best maid ever. The best maid ever. I haven't seen a better maid than Elika. Rem is probably like right underneath her. But Elika, oh my god. And I haven't even finished her story. She's the reason why I'm back playing this game, y'all. She's the reason why I'm back playing this game.
ここには貴族でも住んでるのか？
I'm gonna be fucking torn apart. I already know it.
まさか人類が宇宙に移民するこの時代に貴族なんて。
Why are you
そんな
spamming
のいたら
metal?
剥製にされて博物館に飾られちゃいますよ。
物珍しさで言えばメイドも負けてないだろう。
Noel, I mean, Noel's a maid too. Don't forget. Noel's good. I still like Rem better than Noel. Noel's sweet though. She's best girl of Genshin Impact, but I still like Rem better. I still like Rem better
つ
than
まり
Noel.
私も剥製に？
剥製から離れろ。
I couldn't help but feel this would this would-be maid was off in the head somehow. What are they talking
仮にも
about?
ここは政府の施設だろう。しかも軍が駐留してる重要施設にメイドなんているはずがない。
Let me pay attention.
そんな、いきなりやってきて私の存在を
She's
否定され
literally
ても
glowing! I don't know what you want me to say here! Look at her hands! Look at her face, man! The ribbons, everything around her is glowing. She's actually shining right there. Actually shining, man. I don't know what else you want me to say. She's literally, she just takes me out of it. I don't know, what is this, like, what is this energy? What is this energy, y'all? I don't get it. No, I don't get it. Check her out, man. I don't know. I don't know. She is
少し頭が痛くなって
radiating.
きた。
Actually, radiating. Even if she looked at me with those troubled eyes, I was just as baffled as she was.
私のお仕事についてご説明した方がいいでしょうか。
いや、いい。聞くと余計に頭痛がひどくなりそうだ。
Getting a headache in front of freaking Elika? How could you?
それより、ここの責任者のところへ行きたいんだが、場所を教えてもらえるかな。
稲葉少佐さんですね。なんでしたら私がご案内しましょうか。ラビーちゃんはカリウスさんと松永くんを半殺しにするまで戻ってこないでしょうし。
Yes, Elika, show me the way.
半殺しね。物騒なところだな。
I probably lost like a whole lot of people's attention because of that.
ラビーちゃんが物騒なだけです。何も警戒することなんてありません。ここは平和な場所ですから。
I wonder about that, honestly. I haven't gone that far into the game, so I still have a lot of questions. A carefree smile rose to her face. The moment I witnessed her smile, dripping with kindness.
すごいね、亮は。
What in the world was that sensation just now? You're feeling it, Ryou! You're feeling it! For an instant, I felt like a current had just run through me. I was seeing stars, man. No, there was something else. I had surely caught a glimpse of something else in that instant. What in the world was it? That's just her power, man. That was her power. Her amazing charm.
いや、
Her ability to bring nothing but happiness to those who
気
view
にしな
her.
いでくれ。
She's like the opposite of freaking Adusa. Is that how you say her name? Adusa? Adusa. Oh, I'm losing brain cells over this shit. Oh. I said Adusa. Oh no. She's like the fucking opposite though, man. Instead of turning you to stone, she fucking makes you ascend. She ascends you to the stars above, man. I said that as I wiped the sweat from my forehead.
気分が悪いようでしたらお薬でもお出ししましょうか。
本当に何でもないんだ。それより案内を頼む。
はあ、わかりました。それでは参りましょう。
I'll chill. Okay, I'll calm down. I'll calm down, okay? Every time Elika makes an appearance, I just have to let it out, you know? I just gotta let out the energy, man. She just does something to me. I don't know. She's glowing again!
ご案内。
She's glowing again! I slowly followed behind the maid as she started walking. Earlier, it seemed like I had just remembered something important. There was no doubt it was an illusion, but why did I suddenly hallucinate? I shook my head. A building unsuited to be called a research facility, and a girl who called herself a maid. I was probably just a little confused after encountering such a strange situation. After opening the door and stepping in, a lone man appeared before me. that man seated sloppily in his chair and was gazing at me with an uninterested
な
expression.
んでエリカと一緒なんだ春菜順位
The man, Major Inaba, went straight to the point.
ですね、ラビーちゃんに突然休養ができちゃったんですよ。
そりゃ休養は突然できるわな。
ああ、なるほど。鋭いご意見ですね。
いやはやそれほどでも。
What was with this conversation?
それでエリカが連れてきてくれたわけか。ご苦労だったな。
いえいえ、これくらいはお安いご用で。私は自分の損にならないことなら何でもやりますよ。というか、仕事をサボるいい口実になりましたし。
I wasn't sure what to think of her after hearing that.
それでは、面倒ですけど、そろそろお仕事に戻ります。
Now, I'm pretty sure Elika's a battle maid. She's totally a battle maid. She has to be.
ああ彼女によろしく。
That only makes her even better. Not only is she a goddess, but she a badass too? Damn. Elika smiled sweetly, bowed to the major, and left the room. Oh. Alright. When I saw her bow instead of salute, it became clear she wasn't military personnel. Maybe she really was a maid.
どうだエリカは。ちょっと目がくらむような美人だろう。
His mouth loosened into a grin. Don't talk about Elika like that, buddy. Show her some respect.
あまり興味なさそうだな。
あまりではなく少しもありません。
These guys fucking scum, man.
まあ軍隊では珍しいことじゃないし、今時は神様だって同性を愛するなとは言わないよな。
そういう意味ではありません。
And yeah, okay, Inaba, okay, I got you, Inaba. I saw what you did there, Like, you're not interested in Elika? How the fuck are you? You must be gay. Inaba really just pulled that card on him. Like, you didn't like it. We'll stop there. Let's keep going. Let's just stop there. Let's keep going now. But yeah, he really did do that. In reality, I had some interest in Elika, but I wasn't captivated by her endowed figure. I wasn't even looking at that, buddy. What are you looking at? Something felt out of place about her. Not that I had the slightest idea where that feeling came from.
春菜順位の趣味についてはおいおい追求するとして。
Superior officers who peered into their subordinates' personal lives were the worst.
さてと。
Let's get on with business. That's what we're here for, Inaba. Wait, what the fuck? Oh boy, what's with this little freaking like? You just fell into my trap card. He just fell for my trap card pose. Major Inaba corrected his posture slightly and cleared his throat.
よく来たなと言うべきかな。いきなりこちらに不手際があったようだが。
お言葉ですけど、少佐は部下のしつけがなってないんじゃないですか。
俺は部下の自主性を尊重する上官なんでね。
上官ならけじめをつけないとまずいでしょう。
He shrugged his shoulders and showed a faint smile. The way his action and expression gave off a sarcastic feel had not changed at all from the past.
確か7年前は注意でしたよね。まさかまだ少佐だとは思いませんでした。
士官学校でとはいえ、俺はまだ味噌汁にもなってないんだぞ。少佐なら上等だろう。
いえ、あなたは。
なんだ。
I thought you were more capable. Not only was there no point, that was not something I should say to someone who was, for a time being, my superior. I swallowed my words.
少佐は昔と比べてあまり変わっていませんね。
苦労してないからな。老け込む要素がないんだ。
He let out a rattling laugh. His face looked a little red, but it was unlikely he would drink in the afternoon.
とりあえず配属書は受け取ったんで、今日はもう休んでいいぞ。飛行機とヘリを乗り継いでの長旅は疲れただろ
う。ですが、まだ任務の詳細も聞いていません。
当研究所の警備以上。
了解しました。
それじゃこいつを持っていけ。
He rummaged through his desk drawer and took out a thin, manly envelope and a single card.
この封筒には細々とした書類と館内の見取り図のデータディスクが入ってる。それとこっちはお前の ID だ。
はい。
あと独り身の夜を慰める秘蔵データもあるが、ついでに持っていくか。
結構です。
I probably missed all these jokes 3 years ago. These small little things, how boring. I took the envelope and ID and returned the guest ID I had received from Lavi earlier.
あとは明朝0730に迎えが来るから、その時に細かい仕事内容を聞いてくれ。
なんだか大雑把ですね。館内に入ってから荷物検査すら受けていませんよ。
It seemed far too insecured any way you looked at it.
別にいつも誰にでもこういう対処をしてるわけじゃないさ。
なら今回はなぜ俺をフリーで通したんですか？
決まってる。春名亮、お前は特別だからだよ。
Was it so obvious? I understood from his tone that he didn't intend to say any more.
こちらからも一つ質問があるんだ。いいか？
もちろん構いません。
There was no way I could refuse to speak to a superior.
亮。
His demeanor flipped like a switch, and his eyes stared straight at me.
まだ7年前のことを覚えているか
？The frustration of only being able to cry out. The sensation of a large, heavy fist sinking into my face with a thick thud. A back trailing off into the distance, and tiny footsteps pushing through the grass.
忘れてはいません。すべてを忘れるには7年は短すぎます。
I returned his stare. No matter how sharp his glare, my heart would not sway.
だったらなぜ銃を抜かない？お前にとっては殺しても飽き足らない相手だろう、俺は。そうやって俺の前に立つためにお前は今日まで生きてきたんじゃないのか？
へえ、殺されると分かっていて俺を呼んだのですか？
お前は大したものだよ。もう殴るどころか体に触れることもできないだろうな。
俺も所詮は飼い犬ですよ。あんたと同じようにね。
Any soldier would shoot if given the order. But on the other hand, we couldn't shoot without an order. That's how a trained soldier behaved. The major should have been aware of that.
今の質問は忘れてくれ。任務に関係ないことをつい口走るのが俺の悪い癖でね。
本当に悪い癖ですね。
まったくだ。
Before I knew it, his eyes had become as sluggish as before.
それでは失礼します。
ああ。
I saluted, and as I went to turn, I halted.
少佐。
どうした？
ここでは一体何の研究を？
ああ、肝心なことを言い忘れてたか。すまん。
He clapped his hand together and grinned. His sloppiness might have been the reason he was stuck at his current rank.
俺も詳しいところまでは知らない。聞いても理解できんだろうしな。まあ簡単に言うと、かつては移民船開発の中枢だったが、今はすでに就航した船のデータ解析をやってるそうだ。
移民船開発。
Wait just a second. A key figure in the development of the colony ships? He couldn't mean...
さすがに察しがいいじゃないか、リョウ。
He grinned fearlessly.
ここにはな、ここには彼女がいる。
I guess that's a good spot to stop, huh? I'll keep it short. We should stop there. I'll keep this one short. I think that's a good way to get started. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Why not? That was a nice little fun session. This visual novel is very interesting. I have not passed where I've left off in before, but now that I'm kind of like older, a little bit more mature, and have a better understanding of what's kind of going on when I look closely into the dialogue, I'm definitely starting to see what makes this visual novel kind of special, like a little hidden gem, you know? It doesn't seem like a lot of people know about this visual novel, which is kind of sad, but I mean, a visual novel is a visual novel. It's mainly for, like, you know, your self-enjoyment. Not really much about, you know, spreading the love to everyone. Which is what I'm doing for whatever reason. Or trying to, at least. But we'll leave it off here. This is the first playthrough of Eden plus Mosaic. I still do have the other recordings from the previous playthrough, from like the previous time I played this game, up on my channel. I'll put it in the description if you're interested in checking it out. It's really silly. Looking back on it, it was really silly. I was definitely super energetic back then. And just kind of just overall just messing around and having fun, just like I am now, trying to keep it up. Trying to keep the energy up. So if you're interested, those are available. I'll probably have them in the description below. As always, when I do visual novel streams, I do plan to upload, or I will upload a video next time when I'm going to be doing a next playthrough of this game, of this visual novel. So if you're interested in tuning into the next playthrough, I'm totally flipping my words here. But do if you may hit that bell notification so that way when I do upload that video, you will be notified for when I'm live on twitch.tv. I think that's all I really had to say. It was a it was a nice little introduction, nice little start to a game. I mean, it's a lot of mystery going on, but I'll kind of wrap everything up to you for you guys. This visual novel is really just, if you haven't noticed already, this is a story about the end of the world. And as we already learned from the beginning of this, at the introduction of this visual novel, it seems like our boy Ryou and Sion are the last two people that will be alive on Earth, while humanity had flown off on colony ships. That is like the plot of the story. That is what's happening in the story. I forgot what that red beam of light is in the sky, but whatever that red beam of light is, probably like a dead star or the sun itself, something's going on. It is the signification of how Earth is going to die and be no more. And Sion and Ryou are the last two people. So it's gonna be, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a pretty sad story. Which is why I'm really looking forward to seeing where this goes. We already kind of know the end. But that's not what matters, right? What matters is the journey to get to that end. And this is going to be that journey. So let's see how it goes, right? Candace Deer, logging out. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!